Hello, welcome to part 2 of my Sephora VIB sale recommendations. Today we're talking about makeup. So if you don't know what the VIB sale is, it's something that happens annually. It's a tiered discount event at Sephora. The amount of discount you get depends on what your status is at Sephora. So if you are signed up with them, you have a status. You're either a beauty insider, a VIB, or a Rouge. And starting on November 5th for Rouge, you get 20% off. For VIBs on November 9th, you get 15% off. And November 11th for beauty insiders, they get 10% off. The sale ends for everyone on November 15th. So today I'm just gonna be talking about my makeup recommendations for the sale. Again, as I always say, this isn't like the best sale of the year. A lot of independent brand sites have their own sales that are like friends and family discounts around the same time that are maybe better, especially if you're not Rouge. 10-15% off is not great, but you know, I always add that disclaimer. However, if you are racking up those points, or if you are Rouge, or if you're just interested in shopping with any discount at all, here are my recommendations. So I've actually whittled down my recommendations from like my top, I don't even know how many I chose. Like, this is all my recommendations for the sale. And I tried to choose like top 3, top 4 from each category in my recommendations to show here, because otherwise we'd be here forever. If you want more recommendations once this video is over, I have a blog post written up with all of the products that I love in the makeup section at Sephora with little blurbs about each one of them. I will link that down below, and I will link all of the products that I love in the makeup section down below as well. So if you want information on the products, go to the blog. If you just want to see what products I love, see down below. Okay, I'm gonna start with complexion and then just move from there. I kind of go in the order in which I would apply. Okay, so for base, I have top 3 and I have 1 from each like level of coverage. So for light coverage, I chose the Supergoop CC Screen. So this is an SPF 50 tinted moisturizer, and I love this a lot. It doesn't have super high coverage. It is quite light, but it is beautiful on the skin. It leaves me with such a flawless finish. I'm obsessed with it. The finish is sort of like radiant to natural, I guess. It's not super dewy. It's not super matte. None of these are super matte because I'm not a super matte person, okay? I'm just not. I love this though. It's beautiful. I love that it has added SPF. I usually wear an SPF underneath this unless I'm planning on wearing the full 1/4 of a teaspoon all over my face, which is not often, but I love this. It's an excellent light coverage base option in my opinion. For medium coverage, which this is what I'm wearing today, is the Bare Minerals Original Liquid Mineral Foundation. I am obsessed with this. I feel like this gives me the perfect face. It's like a natural to dewy finish. It's really beautiful on the skin. It is so lightweight. It feels like nothing. It doesn't crease. It doesn't wear. Like it has longevity. It feels like nothing. It's so beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. And again, it is medium coverage. And then my full coverage option is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. This is high coverage and it stays on forever. If you're looking for makeup that wears really well under a mask, this one is the one. So this, in my opinion, is self-setting. It's not super matte, but it's not super radiant or dewy. It's quite natural in my opinion, maybe sort of satiny. It's really lovely on the skin, honestly. Like, despite it being full coverage, it wears really well for me. I am very emotive with my face, and like I move it a lot, and it doesn't like crease or wear poorly. It doesn't make me look old throughout the day. I really like it. Concealers. So I sort of had the same methodology with picking these. So I've got a lighter coverage, medium, and then full. So for lighter coverage, Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Liquid Concealer. I really love this. I don't love the applicator, but I love the formulation of this. It is quite lightweight. It feels like nothing on the skin, but it has pretty decent coverage. I think that concealers that have terrible coverage are completely useless. I don't understand them at all. This is quite light, but it does still pack a punch. It does still cover up what you're looking to cover up. And I like how it looks. It's pretty, but the applicator just, like, it works, it functions, but it just feels kind of gross. But I love it enough to where the applicator doesn't matter to me. Medium is my literal favorite concealer of all time. It's the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. This is medium coverage. It is quite lightweight, but it looks so good on the skin. It's called Flawless Fusion. I really want to get the foundation counterpart that I didn't know existed until I was looking into this on Sephora the other day. It covers so well. Like, it is medium coverage. It is lightweight. It feels like nothing on the skin, but it covers so well. I don't understand it. I love it. You know, there are some concealers that you put them on and it's almost like they degrade everything under them, and they also don't stay. Like, I literally have a concealer that I've been trying to use up, and if I put it on after I put on foundation, it just eats away the the foundation and it just leaves the mark. Like whatever I was trying to cover, that's all you can see, and it's crazy. I never have that issue with this. The coverage stays with this. Like when you're buffing it in or stippling it in, it stays. It's great. I love it. And then full coverage is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer from Too Faced. This is a longtime favorite of mine. It is high coverage and it is as such kind of heavy, but it wears well. It has the capacity to look cakey if you use a ton of it, but if you use the right amount, it looks quite natural. The finish is quite natural. It's not matte, not dewy. It's just sort of in the middle, just looks like skin. And I really, really, really love it for days when I have like a really big spot or my hyperpigmentation is just booming. This is what I use and I really like it. Face products. So I'm gonna start with like standalone face products and then move on to a palette that I have. I do bronzer before I do blush, so I'm gonna talk about my one bronzer that I'm gonna talk about today, right now. This is the Tower 28 Bronzino, and as you can see, I hated it. No, I really, 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 really love this, and I will be repurchasing this during the sale this year. This is just such an easy product. You apply it where you want it, you blend it out. It's so quick, no fuss. And the undertone of this one, which is West Coast, that's my preferred one, is just so good. Like it's so good for my skin. I don't know about other people's skin, obviously, but it's sort of got like a reddish hue. It's very much like faux sun. It makes me look like I've been in the sun when I haven't. I really love it. I've used the heck out of it. 10 out of 10 for me. I love it. Okay, piggybacking off of that, we've got the Tower 28 Beach Please cream blushes. I love these. I love these so much. They are so cost effective. Like they are very reasonably priced for like a ton of product because you don't need much of these at all to get that blush, to get that flush. Like this one in particular, Rush Hour, is my favorite. It's a very peachy corally color and you need so little. It's just beautiful. They blend like a dream. The packaging's lovely. The formulation is sensitive skin friendly. I love these. I have like 4 of them and I love them. Last cream blush is the Say, I don't know how to say that, Say Dewy Blush. This is the shade Peachy. I love these. I'm wearing this today. I just think that the formulation is so nice. The applicator is a doe foot. It's very easy to use, very easy to blend. You don't need a ton of products, so they have longevity. They last a while, and they're just lovely on the skin. They have sort of natural finish, which I like, and they do stay put. You know, with cream products, you never know if they're gonna just fly away. I don't know, they just disappear. Same with the first 2 I talked about. Okay, highlighters. So honestly, I'm not like a major highlight person, but I do love these. So the Rare Beauty Luminizer, I don't know what this is called. Liquid Luminizer in the shade Enlighten. I love this. It doesn't break up my base and it's very natural and subtle. And then the Merit Balm, Highlighting Balm in the shade Kava. Beautiful. They're just beautiful. They're very similar in shade. I'm wearing the Merit one today. I don't know if you can tell, but they're just both super subtle. They don't make me look like I'm just, you know, shining lights in your face. I love that they're subtle. They just give a nice glow, and I love that. Okay, next I'm gonna talk about the Natasha Denona, like this product in particular, but just her cheek products in general. Honestly, like all of her products, because they're amazing. But this is the Blush and Glow. I don't think it has a shade. I got this at like the, you know, the Q where they trap you with all of the deals and the tiny products. So this is what this looks like. This highlighter is amazing and this blush is amazing. All of the cheek products I have from Natasha Denona, which I have a contour palette and a blush palette and a smaller blush palette that was from like Valentine's Day. They are so good, so good. And I couldn't recommend them more. So I'm gonna link several down below. If you love cheek products, which I do, I think that they like make or break your looks. You should definitely look them up. They will not disappoint you, I swear. Okay, and the last cheek product I'm gonna talk about is this Nudegasm palette from Charlotte Tilbury, which I love. This is the perfect travel palette for cheeks. It's got a peachy pink blush, a golden highlight. It's got a bronzer as well as a deeper type contour shade. This is the deeper contour and this is the bronzer. And I just love the formulation of these. They blend into the skin really easily and really well, and they're just beautiful. Powders. Okay, so honestly, pre-mask wearing, I was never a powder user, but now that I do wear a mask to work, I wear powders so that my makeup lasts longer. And my favorite translucent one is the Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veil Pressed in the shade Translucent. It is like a filter for your face. I don't even know what else to say about it. It smooths everything. You can literally see as you're putting it on, it's smoothing away your pores. I don't even know how it works. It's magic. And it really does keep my makeup longer. It's also not super matte, which I really appreciate because I don't like super matte. It just wears well, increases the longevity of your makeup, and it feels nice. It's not super drying. It's great. And the other one is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder in the Light Catcher edition. This is the shade Celestial Light. This is sort of like a setting powder and a highlighter had a baby, and it's beautiful. It makes me look like I'm glowing. Radiance. I swear this is gonna be beautiful for the holidays. I mean, it's beautiful every single day, but it's gonna be especially beautiful during the holidays. I love it. I love it. Okay, I have one like all-encompassing palette, and it's got the plastic still on it because I don't want to take it off, so that's why it looks like this. But this is the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look of Love in a Palette Pretty Blush Beauty, and this is the ultimate travel companion. So this has 3 eyeshadows, a setting powder, a highlighter, a blush, and a contour bronzer color. And it's perfect. It's perfection. They have a ton of different colorways of this. This one's just my personal favorite for me. And the formulation of all of these products is good. Like, I use literally all of them. I don't know if you can tell, but the little name things are disappearing from all of them. And it's so rare that you buy a product like this and you use all of them. The formulation is just great. It wears well. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Eyes, eyeshadows. So these are my 2 powder shadow choices. The first is a Charlotte Tilbury Compact Luxury Palette of Pearls. I know that there are a couple of these, so I will link the specific one down below, but this is perfect for fall. It's just warm, but it's also got like these kind of interesting pops. Like this one's an iridescent shade. This one's sort of like a browny, purpley, I don't know how to explain it, but it's beautiful. I have it on my eyes today and I'm obsessed. It's got a lovely formulation. It's not powdery, it's not chalky. It doesn't have a ton of fallout, but it wears really well. And the other powder shadow I recommend, especially during a sale, is the Natasha Denona shadows. So this is the VIB palette. This is one of my most used palettes from her. I have several. Her formulations, man, are just unparalleled. They're so good. They are so blendable, so easy to use, have great pigment, great color payoff. They are great. Highly recommend. And last eyeshadow product I'm gonna mention are the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks. They are just lovely. They're so easy to use. They are creams and you just place them, blend and go. Like you can use them as eyeliner, you can use them as all over shadow in your crease. They're so versatile. They're just lovely. There's a ton of shades. I have so many of them and I use them literally all the time. My favorites are Cocoa, Au Naturel, and Nude Rose. Eyebrows. The Refi Brow Sculpt is obviously a big winner for me this year. I use it almost every single day. It just kind of holds your brows in shape. It's sort of like a brow wax, brow pomade type situation. It gives you that laminated look without having your brows laminated. And it's really nice, really easy to use. And the Refi Brow Pencil has been my go-to. I love how thin and fine it is. And I have this shade, I have no idea what this shade is. It's like medium brown, I think. And it's a little bit darker, and I love that because it gives definition to the hairs. So it's really thin, makes it easy to create those hair strokes, but it's a little bit darker, so it really defines them. Love it. And my favorite brow gel is the Strength & Length Serum Infused Brow Gel from Bare Minerals. This is currently not available at Sephora for some reason, so I can't link it, but I'm gonna keep checking, and if it comes available, I will link it down below. I don't know why it's not available. I hope they haven't discontinued it because it's honestly not very old, and it's really, really good. So it has a serum built into it that's supposed to promote growth, which I don't think my brows have ever looked better in my life, and I've been using this pretty consistently since it came out. So I love it. It holds everything into place. It's slightly tinted. It's very natural looking, but it's lovely. Eyeliner. So I have 2. I have a pencil and a liquid. So this is the Bite Upswing Extreme Longwear Liquid Eyeliner. It's what I'm wearing today. Very easy to use felt tip liner that stays put, doesn't run, doesn't smudge, is easy to apply, and I'm a big fan of it. I use it all the time to create wings. And then the Mineralist eyeliners from Bare Minerals are so good. This is another product that I can use to make wings. This is the shade Diamond, which I love for my inner corner actually, but I have every shade from this line and I use them to create wings literally all the time. They stay put. My hack is though, if you want them to stay even longer and retain that like inky dark color or whatever shade you put on, put a little translucent powder over top of them after you apply. It doesn't make any noticeable difference at the beginning, but they wear so much better throughout the day. I love these. I'm not typically a crayon pencil liner person, but I do love these. Lips. Okay, so primarily the Bare Minerals Mineralist Lip Gloss Balms. I use these all the time. I'm wearing this one today. This is the shade Hope, and it's beautiful. They're very hydrating, but they have a slight tint. They have sort of the look and feel of a gloss, but also the feel of a balm. They're hydrating. They feel really comfortable on the lips, and I'm obsessed with them. Tons of shades that are beautiful. And then the full-on plumping lip creams from Buxom are a forever favorite. So many shades, so many finishes. They're just beautiful, and while they are plumping, they're not uncomfortable. And last, we have mascaras. Okay, so first and foremost, Bare Minerals Strength and Length. I love this mascara. It has a very unique paddle brush. I don't know if you can see that. It's very different. It is the easiest. It's so easy to define and lengthen every single one of your lashes. I love it. It also contains that serum that's supposed to promote growth, make your lashes look better over time. I don't use it every single day, so I can't tell you if that's true. But I can tell you that I do love it. I use it all the time. It's a beautiful product. I love the paddle brush. It makes it so easy to just apply and go. I'm normally so like picky about my eyelashes, and I spend forever, and it's annoying. But this one makes it less difficult. I'm less picky. Hourglass Unlocked is my second favorite. So this is like a lengthening mascara, and it is. And it doesn't smudge or run or anything like that. It has a quite wet formula, but I like that. And like the packaging is beautiful, the product's beautiful. It gives me the longest lashes of my life. And last is Bite Upswing, which is what I'm wearing today. It's just a natural mascara. It does have the capacity to be dramatic. You just have to build on it, but it's one that stays put. I mean, all of these stay put. That is like a prerequisite for me loving it, is that it does not give me raccoon eyes. And this one doesn't. It's probably top two. I would say these are my top two. Top two. Okay, that's it. That's all of my top tier makeup picks. If you're interested in seeing more, links will be down below. Also to a blog post where I talk about every single one of my recommendations. Thank you so much for watching. If you're picking anything up from the sale, I'd love to hear about it down below. If you have any questions, please let me know. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.